It had been 10 years since Michael Myers first made the scene. The Halloween filmmakers wanted to bring him back in a big way. And they did.
Halloween 4 really was the rebirth of the franchise. I bought back all the rights myself, and I did launch number 4 on the basis of going back to the basics, the original Halloween, Michael Myers. And I had lucky to have a good director also.
I was doing a picture in India, of all places, called The Bloodstone. I was cutting that movie. I heard about Halloween 4. Halloween 1 was a real favorite. It came out right when I was in film school, so I was hyper aware of it, very aware of John Carpenter. So I had my agent pursue it, and I think what captured Mustafa's interest was that I was making a movie that was not dissimilar from Lion in the Desert or some of the things that he had done. And I think we sort of bonded over that.
Little turned to writer and fellow Cleveland native, Alan B. McElroy.
I'm a fan. I mean, and what I wanted to do was see a movie that I would enjoy.
Alan and I started with the town of Haddonfield. We were fascinated by this town. We wanted to go back there, and then make the characters grow out of the environment, and then create a journey for Michael that was all kind of plausible and it's in its own odd sci-fi kind of way.
The Writers Guild was about to go on strike. Basically, I had 11 days to come up with a story, write a script, and get it to them before the strike started. Dwight and I talked about it. I came up with an idea for the project and wrote a script and got it to them literally hours before the Writers Guild went on strike.
We wanted Halloween to be Halloween, meaning leaves everywhere, water everywhere, wind everywhere. I had grown up in the Midwest, so I knew exactly what it was meant to look like.
We did that one in the springtime, so there were no leaves. We had to import leaves, and of course there were no pumpkins. So we had to make pumpkins out of big squash and paint them.
But before cameras could roll, they had to find faces for the characters in the script.
We went to New York to meet Danielle Harris because we had seen a tape, and of all the girls we'd looked at, her initial casting tape had just jumped out at us.
Her eyes, to me, always very important because we're going to see fear through her face.